The world today is facing an unprecedented level of geopolitical turbulence, with many nations rethinking their defense policies to adapt to the rapidly changing landscape. Japan, a country known for its long history of pacifism, is no exception. In recent years, Japan has seen a significant increase in its military budget, making it one of the largest military powers in the world. Japan's rise to military power has been driven by a complex web of factors, from regional security threats to economic and demographic pressures. The country's economy has been facing challenges with declining growth and an aging population, which has forced Japan to reassess its military capabilities. Meanwhile, the rise of China and North Korea's nuclear ambitions have made Japan increasingly concerned about its security, leading to the development of a more robust military presence in the region. The increase in Japan's military budget has been met with both applause and criticism. Proponents argue that a stronger military is necessary to protect Japan's interests and secure its place in a rapidly changing world. Critics, on the other hand, worry that Japan's military buildup may stoke tensions with its neighbors, particularly China, and further destabilize the already fragile region. In this video, we will delve into the reasons behind Japan's military buildup and explore its implications for the future of East Asia. From the economic and demographic pressures driving Japan's military expansion to the geopolitical implications of a rising military power, we'll cover it all. So join us as we take a closer look at the changing face of Japan's military and the future of security in the region. Japan has unveiled plans for a significant increase in its military budget. The country plans to double its defense budget, marking its largest military buildup since World War II. This move has caused many to question the motives behind Japan's sudden change of heart. The country has traditionally maintained a relatively pacifist stance, but now is developing a counter-strike capability. Reasons behind Japan's military buildup? There are several reasons behind Japan's shift in military policy. Firstly, Japan is feeling the pressure from the deteriorating security environment in the region. With countries like Russia, North Korea, and China rapidly building up their military capabilities, Japan sees a growing risk and threat. Additionally, the nuclear and missile capabilities of these countries are becoming more pronounced. Japan has good reason to be worried about Russia, especially after the latter's invasion of Ukraine. The fact that Japan shares a border with Russia makes the situation even more concerning. However, Russia's current conflict with Ukraine has put the country in a difficult position, and it's unlikely that Russia will start another war on its eastern border. North Korea is also a significant concern for Japan. The country has repeatedly flown missiles over Japan, and the threat of a nuclear strike is very real. North Korea has an estimated 20 nuclear warheads, and Japan is looking to protect its citizens by developing a counter-strike capability. However, the largest threat to Japan's security comes from China. Over the past few years, China has significantly increased its military spending and has become a major concern for Japan. In a recent national security document, China was described as the greatest strategic challenge to securing the peace and stability of Japan. China has been the manufacturing hub of the world, producing a large portion of the world's manufacturing output. However, the same fate as Japan may befall China, as there are many other countries, such as India, Bangladesh, Indonesia, and Vietnam, waiting in line to take its market share. These countries have one thing in common: low production costs. For example, India has the lowest manufacturing cost in the world, which could prove detrimental to China's manufacturing industry in the long term. If it becomes cheaper to manufacture in other countries, businesses will move away from China. We can see the beginnings of this shift already, as companies like Apple are planning to move their manufacturing out of China. If we look at Japan's experience after losing its dominance in its industries, we can see what might happen to China. Japan's economy changed to a service-based economy, which took away a lot of the explosive growth it had when it was a manufacturing economy. The same is happening in China, as U.S. manufacturing orders in China fell by a significant percentage. It is inevitable that the Chinese economy will slow down, just like the Japanese economy did. This slowdown is related to Japanese military budgets because when the Chinese economy slows down, it will bring an end to the era of growth in China. We will see a geopolitical shift in East Asia as much of China's power is tied to its economic growth and huge population. If these things are taken away, the whole system could collapse, leading to a destabilized China, which could be more dangerous than it is now. The economic slowdown will also debunk many of the reasons for President Xi Jinping's absolute power, and a dictator losing his grip on power is unpredictable. All Japan can do is prepare for the worst. In conclusion, the shift away from China's dominance in the manufacturing world is happening, and it will bring about significant changes in the region's economy and geopolitical landscape. It's clear that China's position as the world's manufacturing hub is under threat, with many countries such as India, Bangladesh, Indonesia, and Vietnam ready to snap up its market share due to their lower production costs. As an example, India has the lowest manufacturing cost in the world, making it an attractive option for businesses looking to reduce costs. Apple has already announced plans to move its manufacturing out of China. Japan's experience is a cautionary tale for China. After losing its dominance in its industries, Japan's economy shifted to a service-based one, which took away a lot of the explosive growth it had when it was a manufacturing economy. This is happening in China as well, with U.S. manufacturing orders in China falling by a significant percentage. The move to the new Asian tigers is happening right now, and it's inevitable that the Chinese economy will slow down just like the Japanese economy did. When the Chinese economy slows down, it'll be the end of an era, and we'll see a geopolitical shift in East Asia. Much of China's power is tied to its economic growth and huge population. But if those things are taken away, the whole thing could collapse like a house of cards. It's unclear what the consequences of this will be, as a destabilized China could be more dangerous than it is now, while on the other hand, it could make the region safer. An economic slowdown will also undermine many of the reasons for President Xi Jinping's absolute power, which could lead to unpredictable consequences if he loses his grip on power. So, what can Japan do in the face of these challenges? All it can do is prepare for the worst and be ready for any eventuality. The world is changing rapidly, and it's important for countries to be proactive and responsive to these changes in order to maintain their competitiveness and stability. In conclusion, China's position as the world's manufacturing hub is under threat, and it's crucial for the country to adapt to these changes in order to maintain its competitiveness and stability. Japan must also be prepared for the worst, as the geopolitical shift in East Asia will have far-reaching consequences for the region and the world as a whole. It is important to note that military spending alone does not guarantee peace and security. A strong military alone will not deter adversaries. It takes a multi-pronged approach that includes diplomatic, economic, and social initiatives to truly secure the nation and the region. Nevertheless, the military buildup serves as a sign of Japan's commitment to its self-defense and regional stability. Japan is well aware of the changing security landscape and is taking the necessary measures to protect its citizens while ensuring that peace and stability are maintained in the region. It is a balancing act that requires careful consideration of the various factors at play, but Japan is determined to take the necessary steps to ensure its security and prosperity for the future. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, enable notifications, and check out some of my other videos.